Hello, this is Tiffany. I am back again, and today I would like to talk to all of the manifestor energy types out there. So if you're a manifestor, this video is for you. So as you know, I am a human design reader among many other things. And one of the challenges that I find is when I'm doing readings with people, especially when they are different energy types than I am, or they have different things in their chart than I have, how do I communicate with those people in a way that will still give them aha moments, even though I don't have that lived experience through which to share? So that said, I have three manifestors in my life that I'm very close to. And in doing the readings that I do, I encounter manifestors all of the time. One of the core things, the things that I'm hearing from manifestors lately is very interesting. I'm tired. I just want to sit on the couch. I don't want to do anything all day. Like, what is wrong with me? And it's not even just all day, it's spans of time that might be 6 months, 9 months. The manifestors in my life are saying, what's wrong with me that I don't have, in my words, the urges to take action on anything? The other thing I hear a lot is, I know we're supposed to be the fire starters, but I don't have any fire. And what's interesting to me, even when I was learning to be a human design reader and studying it as a student, I was told that manifestors are here to be the fire starters. They're here to initiate things. They're here to go after things. They're here to open the doors for the other energy types to come through. And if you think about that, if you really think about that, that puts a lot of pressure on a person. That's a lot of pressure to be something or to do something that maybe you're not quite feeling. And even looking at my videos that I've done where I'm talking about manifestors, in those videos, I'm sure using language that's like, you're the fire starter, go out there and get them, open the doors for all the rest of us. And the manifestors are all sitting over here going, but we're tired, or I don't feel it. Like, what's wrong with me? Why don't I feel like that? So that is the core issue that I would like to talk about today. In order to address this, I'm going to provide a little more context on being a manifestor, and I would like to reframe what being the fire starter, what being the initiator, and what the strategy for manifestors, which is informing. I would like to reframe that a little bit here, because I promise you, you can live your strategy as a manifestor and be sitting on your couch with your phone. Okay, you can be Netflixing and informing people all day long and opening doors for people. Informing is not about going out there and taking action or taking up a torch for a cause. I mean, it can be, it absolutely can be, but it doesn't mean that it's this big physical activity where you're carrying this weight. It can be something very simple. All right, before I get too far down that road, let me just remind you, manifestor energy types, biggest aura, and what makes a manifestor from a body graph chart perspective or a circuitry perspective is that they have an open sacral energy center, meaning the sacral energy center is white. And I like to describe the sacral energy center as the gas tank in the car, or maybe even the battery. It's the system that creates energy in the car. It's almost like the engine. And when you're an energy type, like a manifestor, where you have that open sacral energy center, it means that that energy is inconsistent for you. That comes from that center. It means that it's like a satellite dish that is picking up on energy and wisdom from the outside world. In fact, it's probably picking up on the sacral energy of other people that are around you, which can be a good thing, but it can also be a confusing thing. And it means that when you do things you love to do, you're not creating energy. Okay, so I'm going to say that again. This goes for any energy type that does not have a colored in sacral energy center, the square in the middle. When you're doing things you love to do, you're not creating energy. Okay, so manifestor energy in particular, I'm not talking about the other energy types now, is designed to run in fits and starts. Manifestors are designed to have an urge to go after something, to research something, to look into something, to say something, to take action on something. And those urges, when they come up, they are absolutely supposed to do whatever that is. They're supposed to honor that urge. And there's some context that I want to provide here. When we're thinking about the different energy types, the way it was taught to me is that there is a purpose for having the manifestors versus the purpose for having the projectors, versus the purpose for the manifesting generators and the reflectors, right? We all have a role to play. And if we look at the manifestor role within the context of the broader collective, so manifestors are designed, like I mentioned, to open the doors for new possibilities for the other energy types to walk through. Projectors, for example, are designed to be the new CEOs on the planet. They're here to see something uniquely. They're here to bring their unique vision to improving things, to creating efficiencies. Reflectors are here to reflect back to us how we're doing. When we look at how the reflector in our life is doing, if we're lucky enough to have one, they are going to mirror back to us how well things are going. And then the generators and manifesting generators are here to put energy into the world by doing things they love to do. And so all the energy types having these roles, the more that we are able to live our design, if we understand our energy type, and we're leaning into our strategy and authority, which is a whole nother conversation I'm not going to get into here. But if we're living our energy type, then we are helping each other. We are living more effectively as a collective. The more in alignment we are, the more in alignment we will help other people in our life be. So when we're talking about the manifestor energy type, yes, you are here to blaze a trail. You are here to be a fire starter in some way. You're here to initiate. You are here to open the doors and say, hey, to the other energy types, hey, are you interested in this? Hey, what about this? Hey, what about this? Let me give you an example. I have a very good friend who is a manifestor, and she is informing all over the place. Like, she will inform about what she's thinking. She'll inform about a book she's reading or listening to. She'll inform about a podcast episode she watched. She'll inform about a Netflix show. She informs about what she's volunteering. She informs about whether she's going ballroom dancing or not. She informs all the time. She is living her design in a really great way. And yet she's saying to me, oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm so tired. I don't know why I just feel like I want to sit on the couch and just watch Netflix all day, and what's wrong with me? And I think that especially lately, because I'm hearing this from my son, who is also a manifestor, he's saying the same thing. He's saying, Mom, why don't I want to do anything? I just want to lay on the couch and do nothing. And I say to him, like, well, you just got done graduating from college. Of course your body needs a break. Of course you need a break because you've been going. And manifestor energy type in particular, the way I was taught, can, if they're following an urge. So for example, my son, if he's following the urge to go after a bachelor's degree, manifestors can keep up an energy level in order to get that thing done. But then once the thing is done that they're not fired up about anymore, they usually need to have a rest period. And that rest period can be, 2 days, or it can be 6 months. It can be 6 months. So if you are a manifestor and you notice that there are times in your life where you feel like you're really going after something that you have an urge to go after, and you have times in your life where you just want to sit and do nothing, it's all good. You are living your design. And like I said earlier, just because you're sitting on the couch does not mean you can't be informing people of what you're thinking about, what you're reading, what you're listening to, what you're watching, what new idea you have, what new perspective you have, what new belief you have, what new cool product you found, whatever it is. It doesn't mean that you have to expend all this energy to inform. Okay, so let's reframe the manifestor strategy of informing, or let's bring it back to it is speaking, because if you're a manifestor, that means and you're here to speak and inform, and you can do that while being lazy on your couch. So this is the message that I wanted to get to manifestors today, because the manifestors in my life right now are all, why don't I want to do anything? What's wrong with me? What's wrong? There's nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. You can live your design. You don't have to pick up a pitchfork and go out into the night and be doing some crusade to be living your design. You can live your design being chill in your environment, being calm in your environment, doing self-care. It doesn't have to be this thing that feels like a fight, even though manifestors very much have that warrior spirit. They do have that independent spirit. It doesn't mean you're fighting, okay, to live your design. You can do it while you're sitting on the couch, eating chocolate or cookies or scone or whatever it is that lights you up. So this is the message that I wanted to share for manifestors today. Hopefully this was helpful to you in some way. And if you have any questions, as always, please let me know. Happy to help.